The United Nations Human Rights Council is currently scouting for a new head. The vacancy is for 2016 when the council rotates its leadership. Surprisingly, Saudi Arabia wants the position. Despite public job openings for 8 new executioners and its human rights record, it feels the HRC can benefit from its leadership. While the president of the council, they're largely symbolic in that role, the UN felt that the Saudi regime wasn't a good candidate and rejected their offer. Germany currently heads the HRC and the position is still on the table. I don't know what would make them think that they would be good human rights leaders given the fact that they just, we covered this.
We covered it in the lip, just looking for more executioners, beheaders looking to head the Human Rights Council, a little ironic. One of the ironic things that add up to this story is the fact that the Human Rights Council is actually gonna stage a religious freedom conference not too far away from where the famous blogger Badawi was lashed. So it goes to show that either they are in a very intense campaign to change the perception of the world towards Saudi Arabia and their human rights protections, or they're just completely out of touch with the situation, and because of the amount of money they have, they can get to play this charade of becoming the head of the Human Rights Council.
Talk about the irony of that for just a second. What were they thinking is my first question. My second question, seriously, this is just off the charts. They're holding this, they're throwing them a bone, holding this religious conference, this religious freedom conference in this site. Since they didn't get to head the Human Rights Council, maybe they can have this and everybody will be happy. The presidency, it's largely symbolic, but it still makes a statement. This council is so significant in terms of global human rights efforts. And just my first question, what were they thinking? Something also really interesting, the United Nations didn't say anything when the Saudis stepped up to the plate wanting this position.
I mean, again, I think that the weight of the control on oil markets that they have allow them to play a role that it's obviously out of place. Just the fact that they have a vote within the Human Rights Council, it's enough to be outraged. The fact that they are hosting this conference so close. The Badawi's wife is outraged about this. She came out publicly and said that she's not cool at all with this because it's obviously just for show. It's something that they are trying to put out there as propaganda, trying to clean up their name. The reality is that there's no respect for human rights in Saudi Arabia.
Right. Is the council that weak that they can be so easily manipulated like this? I mean, are they just a bunch of tools? I don't understand. But at least they stood up and said, we're not having this. We'd love to know what you think about this. We'd also love to know what you think about the United States caring more about oil, less about human rights, as we didn't say anything about the Saudi bid. Please log on, post your comments below. While you're at it, subscribe to the Lip TV too.